Well, welcome to the Managerial Finance course for Thomas Moore's MBA program. What I'd like to do is just give you a very brief little description of how the course is going to work. There will be a few more videos that get into some details, but it's important that we at least understand to get a basic feel for the way the course is going to proceed. First of all, we're really going to look at some financial decision making and some strategies. An underlying concept of finance is that we're always going to try to find ways to increase the shareholder value. And we're going to look at both domestic and international settings. As far as the topics, the basic topics of the course, we're going to do financial statement analysis. We're going to talk about some financial planning, looking at the valuation of securities. Capital budgeting is just another term for valuation, except in this case, instead of capital budget of securities, we'll be looking at projects of a corporation. And of course, we'll finish talking a little bit about some long-term financial decision making. In underlying there, even though it's not in the course topics per se, we will be incorporating risk and return into the process so that we can understand how risk impacts returns and stock price. Basic outcomes of this course, we should have a decision model for financial applications. There should be you should have an understanding of a variety of techniques that can help us to analyze information. We'll be discussing the funding of operations and operational growth. So we're going to have an understanding of the challenges of those topics. And then finally, we're going to talk in great detail about analyzing the financial statements of the company and how important that is and some of the complexities of that. This course is managed via a Moodle course management system. You should have gotten an email from the CAPE, the Center for Adult and Professional Education, and you must have received that or you wouldn't be watching this video. This Moodle system is also connected to a learning management system that's published by the textbook. You should be able to see this as a seamless transition. That is, when you want to select something, a component from that textbook company system, you shouldn't see any crazy kinds of things that you have to do to get there. It should be a direct link. There are going to be a variety of videos for you to watch. I really believe that you watching videos and getting that gives you an additional place to learn, if you will, about the course. There is an Excel workbook that's provided to you. This will assist you in completing the analytical components of the course. There are, as I mentioned, a variety of videos that will teach you how to do each single component of this as we go along. The basic activities are going to be threefold. There's going to be some homework assignments. There are going to be some quizzes. Incorporated with those homework assignments is a research assignment. And then there'll be some discussion forums. We'll discuss each of these in a little bit more detail as we go along. You should expect to spend somewhere between 16 to 20 hours a week working on this course. The Moodle system is hopefully going to guide you through as efficiently and effectively as possible. But you're going to have to put some time in. And there's going to be some time reading. There's going to be some time writing. So we need to make sure ahead of time that we are ready for this course to move forward. With respect to the quizzes, each chapter will have a quiz. The quizzes are timed. At the completion of the quiz, you're going to be apprised of your grade, and of course you'll have the ability to review the quiz at that time. With respect to homework, most chapters are going to have homework that is completed online. You're going to be able to take those homework assignments. You have a chance to take them twice. The learning management system is actually going to lead you through, if you will, those problems so you can understand how to complete the problem. So there are some components, if you will, to the learning management system for you to ask questions. You can see a question, you can ask to review a question. If need be, as a last resort, you can send me an email and hopefully I can answer your question. And of course, grades are provided upon completion of that assignment. Again, some of the assignments may contain Word documents. If these Word documents are provided, then obviously you have to complete that homework assignment and then forward it to the instructors. Grades will accompany assignments, obviously, when they're returned to the student. There is a research assignment that we'll complete. You'll follow through with the guidelines. They're clearly identified in the Moodle system, and you'll find that there's obviously their Word documents. You'll email those back to the instructor. Of course, I'll grade them and return those to you. We'll take a look at this system here in a second. You may have already scrolled down through this document, but we'll take a look at it, and so you can kind of get a little better view of what I'm thinking about. There are discussion forums. Each week we'll have at least one, possibly two discussion forum threads. You're expected to actually respond 3 times. You will have an initial response. Clearly, you should have at least 150 to 250 words in your response. And then you're also going to respond to 2 classmates. Each one of those, obviously, your response should be detailed and should be in the ballpark of 150 to 250 words. Each question is ultimately going to be worth 15 points. 5 points for the initial response and 5 points for each response to the classmates. I mean, that's the maximum. Obviously, your response will be graded. Primarily, they'll be graded on content, but spelling and grammar, though not grade, certainly do influence the readability and the completeness of thought for the document. So please keep that in mind. Again, the materials for that discussion could come from the textbook, could come from research papers, or maybe a video that's presented in the Moodle system. The grading scheme, again, is actually slightly different than this. You'll see that when you actually get there. The quizzes are 50%. The homework is a little bit different. So these weights have changed slightly since the actual completion of the module. You can see that when you get to the module. But essentially, there are quizzes, there's homework, and there are discussion forums. So the homework / research is considered to be in essentially one category. Finally, the best way to get a hold of me is through the business department at Thomas More College. There is the phone number for Beth Kester, the administrative person. Certainly, you can contact me via the Thomas More email system. And again, if you're working on a quiz or a problem that's in that LMS portion, there is a link there that says Ask the Instructor, and that'll send me an email. Now, of course, email is not instant response. I'm not going to be able to get back to you immediately. So if you have an immediate concern, contact the Thomas More College administrative person, and she'll find me and we'll hook up. For things that require a little bit more detailed explanation, etc., we do have the ability to create virtual meetings or chats. I can actually create this for your group as well. So if you want to set up a virtual meeting with some of your classmates to study or to talk about some problems or whatever, I can create that and set that up for you. Obviously, you just have to ask for that. So again, that's the basic overview of the course. The module is available. You probably already have that. You got that probably from the My TMC group section. It's also available on the website here through the Moodle system. And I look forward to contact with you very soon.